What's up, guys? It's me back. The 6-year cryptocurrency veteran. How you guys feeling? It's great. It's great to see. Great to hear. Give me a second. Let me set everything up. First off, if you're watching the playback, this is not clickbait. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, guys. Let me get set up here. We'll be right back. Enjoy the band while I get my thumbnail right. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. Excuse me, don't hit it, jeez. Just bring it up front. If you're usual, you know you got your like button in your pocket, go ahead and bring it up front as well. Monetization on. Shout out to Barry on the synth. I hear you. What's going on? What's up, chat? Who we got in here? Cryptomance. We got a good one today. And you know, I'm gonna be that guy. Oops. What up, Palladius? The Beached Well, Mason, Corey. What up? What up, Andre? War on Reality. Appreciate it, man. What's up, guys? Back at it. Some great news for you guys today. What's up, D-Bro? Michael Burton. What's up, Iam? The bottom is in for the markets. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What up, Will? Jamma Beans, Kesa, Flames, Jimmy the Wrench, Think Billions, DB Cooper, Wolf, Dakota, Chance, Jizzy Mac. What's up? Long time, man. King Dap, Papanaya Shelly, Crypto Reach, Earthling, Chill, It's God.
Sensational.
What up, Alan? What's up, Axiom? Buff on the beat. You guys haven't found any likes yet? No likes yet? You guys, people must think this is clickbait. It's not clickbait. They're like, y'all seen that title and said, oh man, this guy's, he's trolling hard. Bottom can't be in for Hex. What's up, Money Jam? Post Chain Poppy.
Pause.
Hex Chef. Jarrett. Oh, and we gotta talk about liquid loans. That's funny. That's a funny topic too. What up, Trail? Brian, all right, let's jump into it. Right after this. So I'm feeling like people aren't thinking that this is a real video, so they're kind of taking their time getting in here. So we're gonna give them a few more seconds. We're gonna talk to the chat. We're gonna look at the market. We're also gonna sip some coffee. Hit the stove. Allegedly. All right, let's jump into it. Let's jump to the market. Let's look at the market, see what's going on. Bitcoin up 6% for the day, back up to 1.3% for the week. ETH on this. I gotta get used to this site. This site right here, I always think this is 24 hours. Can I just remove this? Nah. Up 8% for the day. Wow. Tether, Binance up 3, XRP up 3, Cardano up 4, Hex up 2. BCH. All right, let's look at Bitcoin. Start it off. Let's get warm. You know? Bitcoin's the warm up chart. Bitcoin. Nice move yesterday. Nice move to finish out the day. Wasn't expecting it. I said I'll be very surprised to see that. I mean, there you go. A huge candle, one day. Well, it hasn't really finished, the entire surprising move. 8%. Coming into that resistance line that we talked about. We're back above the 13. This is looking good. Let's see if we hold a 13 for today and have another. If we have another push to here, I'm going to say that's it. That's over. The run for that run is over. It's time to come down and chill out. But I don't know, man. If it has a push up here and makes another high, it's going to be pretty bullish, because when we can already draw it now, which is, right here. So it's starting to get a little bit of a wave going. So if it has another push up to here, we're gonna have a swing high with our higher low down here. We don't have a higher high yet, because we got to get this one. So we got nice higher lows getting put in. Getting stalled out at this resistance, obviously, right? There's no surprise there. To pump through that would have just been incredible. We don't know. I would say, I don't know. I mean, this whole candle right here kind of makes it hard for it to go down now. So it's looking really good. And that's why I'm like, I don't know, man. I look at the halving calendar. Let's go to it. I mean, it's not even really the halving calendar. I don't even have it up here. Let's see. Historical snapshot. I can put it right here. Slash. There it is. So we're halfway through to the next halving, right? There's not much time for us to go down and make a new low and then start the whole process over. There's not much time for that. So if Bitcoin rolls over again, I wouldn't be surprised to see it roll over to 19, 18, even 17, or 18. Well, did it go to 17? Yeah, 17. You know, but is that if we come down to here, then we're probably going to make a new low, and we're probably going to break lower. So if we break lower, there's just not, I don't think there's much time to do that. And really not even looking at the halving. We're looking at the halving, factoring in the halving, and factoring in this right here. Now, I know this chart is kind of, you know, foo-foo. But as far as the halving goes, where we are in time with the cycles, I'm going to go ahead and be the first one to say that I think the bottom is in for everything. I think we've already had this, and I think we're going to just move sideways from here. Now we could, maybe I'm getting my greens wrong. Maybe my greens are a little bit off. But I say that just to say it's like not much more left. Like we're where we don't ever want to be. Every time I've looked at the stock to flow, I've always not wanted to be in this green portion. And here we are in the green, you know. It's time to start buying. We're having to move up. That's not even, you know, talking about HEX yet. That's just crypto in general. I think we're gonna have a run up. I think we're going to roll over and everybody's going to get bearish again, but that's going to be a lot like here, or maybe here. Maybe we have a whole run like this and then we still come, but we still didn't make a lower low, right? So even through all of this, this was the low right here. Everyone's bearish all through here, like now. Everyone's a genius. Like, it's so crazy how opposite everyone is now as far as being a genius. Everyone's a genius saying, oh yeah, things are going to get bad. Yeah, I know something different than everyone else. Things are going to get really bad. We got Q2, Q3, Q4, Q2, 1, Q5, 4, and the 50F, the FOMCs, and the first, third. Everyone's a genius with that bear stuff now. So here I am saying, no, that shit is over. You guys are idiots. That's not the smart move anymore. The smart move is to get bullish. So I think even if I'm saying the bottom is where we're here right now in the cycle. And even if, well, really we're like here or here. We're somewhere in here. If we were anywhere, I would think we were right here. Pump up, dump, everybody gets bearish again, right? And then we go on a nice run. I don't think we go as crazy as we did last time, but I think we have a good run. I mean, to like 30, you know, 28. Or we just stall out here and roll over. But I don't think, if we're gonna go make new lows, we're gonna do it soon because time is running out. To me, just to me, it's like the halving's almost damn near here. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Let's look and see what's up the most. What you guys think? Super chat, HEX to the moon. 2 Trey, check out Crypto Crew University YouTube channel. Latest video, that guy Steve knows his TA and he's got good reason. The bottom is in. Crypto Crew. All right, appreciate the 5. Appreciate the 15 months too. No notification. You got the notifications on? What's up, Trap Coin? Pez Master Bizzle. DJ Spree. BG David. Westcott. Wells Only is the biggest Hex idiot. What's up, Tree City West? Mount Gox drop. The thing about that Mount Gox situation is, from what I've heard, I went and listened to the other side, their ideas, like maybe not Bitcoiners, but like some media. And they're saying that misconception is that it's all going to just get handed to everybody at one time. They're going to be able to choose if they want it paid in Bitcoin or a stable coin. I think just Bitcoin and a stable coin. And they're not going to get it all at one time. They're going to get it in payments. So, you know, some people, you know, if you had a lot of Bitcoin back then, and then they're not even getting all of what they had, they're getting a percentage of it. They're getting a percentage of it, and they're getting little paid in batches. So it's not going to just all be at one time, boom, on the market. It might be a little bit of sell pressure, but you know, maybe they'll start buying it. Maybe they'll hold on to it. Depending on when they do it. You know, they've been holding this long. It's a lot. It's different, more ways you can look at it than just being, oh, it's all coming on the market at one time, they're going to dump it. I don't think so. That's not what I'm hearing. Got my Hex because of Hexkins. One day Hexkins will see Richard Hart for the tool he is. I guess. Real Pump starts in September. What up, you lummy? Cartoon. Oh, you talking about the liquid loans? All right, let's look at Hex. Hold on, let me see what's up. BCH up 12%. Wow. I remember seeing this and was like, damn, I should probably get some Bitcoin Cash. How much is it up? You know, it's not up as crazy as it looks. About 50% from the bottom. I would not chase BCH. But it might just keep going to here, you know, 200. I'm seeing a cross here. Let me see if there's oh yeah, okay. So yeah, this is gonna here's another thing. This is gonna cross too. Now I'm not sure if I go back. Yeah, last time this crossed, you know, say we're like right here. You know, if you're waiting for it to cross, well, when it crosses, that's the bottom. So, you know, I'm not going to be on that this time is different type thing. I'm going to go with the cycles and go with what's been happening and say it's going to keep happening that way. And everybody's going to always think that this time is different. And it's going to take like 20 halvings before finally it's different, and then it just fucks up that whole idea. But I think for the first couple of cycles, it's going to just be like clockwork. You just don't know how much the increase, like never would have thought that a relief would have been like this, you know, back then. You know, you would think that we would do something like this, right? or this. But it just kept going. So you don't know how it's going to happen, but I think the timing is always very similar. Live stream with your heart. It would be no value because the stuff that I would want to talk about, he's not going to want to talk about. And the stuff that he wants to talk about, I've already heard him say. So, I already tried. What's up, Mr. Football? We're in a bottoming process right now. Agree with Hex to the moon. A lot of clues were right there. They get in dollar value, not Bitcoin value. I'm not Richard doing the Twitter and spaces with that Mario dude. I don't know what you're talking about. Have you heard of the phrase selling may walk away? Yeah, I've heard that. And then, you know, I never pay attention. I hear it, but I never pay attention to how it plays out. How did it play out? May. I mean, selling May walk away. Jeez, it's already at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? It should have been sold. Selling February walk away. Selling January walk away. That's what you really should do. Either buy in January walk away, sell in January walk away. That's how it usually goes. We're going to be pivoting at the end of the year. It's going to look like we're not going to. So say Bitcoin's at new lows and it's January. It'll look like, oh, it's going to be a bad year. And then it just starts going up the whole year. And it dips a little bit. And then 2025 is when it's like crazy. So, yeah. All right, HEX bottom. Is it in? Yes. Simple as that. We'll talk about it right after this. Let's get it pulled up. There it is. Woo. Back in the green. What's up, chat? What's up, Robert? The real BTC and ETH kicking butt. Yeah, what's Oh, you talking about the real? That is true. I just caught that.
Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
I almost caught the joke. Yeah, Bitcoin Cash and Ethereum Classic, the real products, the original ones. They're both green logos too. Man, wouldn't that be an epic change of events? Bitcoin Cash at Bitcoin prices, Ethereum Classic at Ethereum prices, and the new ones down to where these ones are. Whoa. Whoa, I'm glad I got both. I made it a priority to have at least as much Bitcoin Cash as I do real Bitcoin. And I think I do. I have to check. And the same for Ethereum Classic. Just in case. You never know, man. You never know with the narratives, man. Well, no, this Bitcoin Cash. It's very cheap and fast and all that other better stuff that people want Bitcoin to be. They say Bitcoin Cash is the original vision of Bitcoin. That's what Roger Ver says. Fast, decentralized payments. That's what Bitcoin Cash is. And Bitcoin, that's what it was. And then it kind of, when I got in, they were starting to push that, scarcity model. And I mean, good thing they did, because if they would have been on, to be honest, if they would have been on that like cash stuff, I wouldn't have. I still would have passed it off. And so that whole narrative saved Bitcoin. The whole rarity aspect of it. I wish I had more of Ethereum Classic. It's not clickbait, guys. It's not clickbait. I don't ever clickbait unless I just forget to talk about the topic. All right, let's get back into it. HEX. Ooh, yay. So let's talk about it. Bullish cross. You know, we had the moving averages 13, 34, you know, flirting for at least a week. Like they were really like, they were flirting. It was like hard to watch. It was cringy, like PDA. And they finally went and got a room, right? And crossed. And ever since then, we've been on this nice, steady upward momentum. Now we are up, you know, from the bottom. Peep how the bottom is 2.8, by the way. 70% from the bottom. And we're up from everything else, you know, 50, 51, when everything started taking its run. Now, the sentiment in HEX is so low, just like, you know, Big Payday. Big Payday happened. It was hot, you know, but after that, the community was like, oh yeah, we're gonna be going down for a while. You know, I'm hearing streamers, they're fucking geniuses. Yeah, man, I think we're going down for another leg down, right? And it just went up and up and up ever since Big Payday. It just went up. That was the bottom, right? So it seems like what I'm hearing when a Hexkin does make some content, because they're not making content either. Some of them are, maybe some new ones I'm not seeing, but a lot of the old ones aren't making content anymore. There's a few that are still being consistent. But whenever they do say something, they're very bearish. What do you think about the X price? I think it's going down. You know, everybody says that. So I disagree. I think this is it. I think if anything, just like I said for Bitcoin, I mean, we might go a little bit lower, but to say that we're gonna break this is kind of like greedy. Like, who is selling HEX? Like, are the people, if you say we're going lower, if you are an avid HEX holder and you say, I think we're going lower, but you aren't selling, that should be a clue that maybe a lot of people are like, yeah. Like, if you only people that are selling HEX now are the people who bought it up high and are, you know, down, but they didn't buy that much. So their HEX that they're selling down here is barely touching the liquidity. So it of course there are a lot of people who are in profit from the freaking beginning. Let me pull that chart up. This is the real chart. Log scale. Yeah, but if you look at log scale, you might get fucking put to sleep and think that we're gonna go all the way back down to here. So maybe don't use log scale sometimes. Just maybe. This looks like the bottom of a freaking market. Seen it a freaking million times. So, you know, I'm not saying that we're guaranteed to go up from here, but I'm not selling HEX because it's not worth much. It's like, once you experience, see, the only people that would be selling are the people who didn't experience this. So me selling up here is like, I know what that was like. So I'm not gonna be like giving my shit away for what? I'm selling it for way 90% less than what it was worth. That's fucking stupid. So I'm thinking a lot of the sell pressure is going to slow down on this. And I just have this weird feeling. Just me. Let's see if we broke this right here. Yep. So it's like, I mean, we might come down and test this stuff. But who the fuck is selling it? You know, who is selling it? The little people that got in up here who didn't buy that much, you know. Yeah, man, I just don't see it going. I mean, anybody who's stupid enough to be selling HEX right now, they been did it. You know, the people that, oh, this fucking whale keeps dumping. You don't hear that shit anymore. I don't hear about any whales, sharks, or any huge accounts that just keep on dumping and that they're almost out. It's like the ones that were, I was hearing that all the time. Now I don't hear it anymore. And it's like, oh, they must all be out. So it's probably going to reverse and go the other way, at least for a little bit. Now, if I throw in a log here, I'll have we could just do it on here. We need to paint this chart anyway. Peep how I said paint. It's deep, man. Yeah, so, I mean, that's a nice run. I'd take a run to 11 cents, you know, 7. I've been buying it at 3. So it's kind of like, you know, it doesn't seem like much. Like, it'll go to 11 and people will still be laughing at it, you know? So, but that's really a nice move from, let's see where it was. I mean, I'm just going to be conservative and say I bought a lot of HEX in this area right here. This is where I bought most of the HEX. Yeah, 3.6, 3.3. I was dipping and dabbing. You know, that's 129%. To, you know, 164. If you like it, that's a nice game. But I don't think it's gonna go up straight to here or through here, just like Bitcoin. I don't think Bitcoin is, but I think Bitcoin going up, I think HEX is gonna go up with it. Let's look at chat. So yeah, I'm not saying go buy HEX. I'm not buying HEX. XRP sleeping giant, maybe. I don't want to throw away any more crypto at XRP. I'll just be happy with the little bag that I have. Buy HEX now for post-chain duplicate, or keep dry powder to buy post-chain. Yeah, the whole duplicate thing, I mean, that's, for me, the duplicate is just like the, oh, thanks. It's not, I'm not really strategizing around that. Keep dry powder to buy post-chain. I would say what I would do is I would buy HEX. Like, I'm not really thinking about post-chain. It's like, it's hard for me to get it. I'm not a financial advisor because I can't talk about I can talk about what I'm doing though. It's easy for me to talk about what I'm doing. Yeah. I can see where this could be a problem. Do everything. What's up, Justin? If you look at the total crypto market cap chart and draw a line of the last top, you can see we bounced right off it. I believe the bottom is in. Let's check that out. So I have that. It's right here. Yeah, I don't know what bottom you're talking about. You talking about this line right here? Maybe you're talking about this. You look at the total market cap chart and draw a line of the last top. Yeah. I don't know. I don't see it. Proof of work protocols will always have real value. And if everything goes proof of stake, we are fucked. That's how you got to read your messages. Maybe, man. That's why I bet on everything. You know, just keep up with what stays alive. Seems like everyone's calling for more pain in HEX. Makes me think the bottom is in. Yes. Let's get to that liquid loan. So did liquid loans exit scam? Did he just do the Homer Simpson meme where he backs up into the bush? Jesse? They are still saying 1 cent. Yeah. 1 cent, man. Who are you gonna buy it from? That's what I want to know. Who are you buying it from? That's the real question right there. If you think you're gonna get 1 cent, I'm not selling no damn HEX at 1 cent. Ride it, this is fucking zero. We'll sell it down there for, you know. Man, all you gotta do is really think. Just do your thing, and then you can see what's going on. Only one who knows what will happen to the HEX price is Dickie. Maybe. What do you think? And even if that's the truth, what do you think? You just gonna sit there with your pitchfork? Fuck Richard Hart. I don't fucking like him. Like, no, nigga, buy some fucking HEX. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, nigga. What if ETH price goes down? But I don't even think that's needed, just because of the mindset of the community. So it's like, there isn't really the only way it could be bad is if he's a bad guy and he just starts dumping all the HEX now. But that's stupid, you know? I hate to, you know, and even that mentality like of thinking that motherfuckers are smart is kind of like dumb in itself. But still, you see what HEX is. It isn't it isn't a meme coin. You know, this shit was thought through. And there's nothing else like it. It's like, what was we looking at yesterday? Velo? That's just like everything else. Ave and all that shit. It's all the same. You know? What if ETH price goes down? Doesn't that bring HEX price down to even? Well, all you gotta do is look at this chart right here. And it's up. So, you know, we don't know. Sometimes it outperforms ETH. Let's see versus Bitcoin. You know, me, I don't really trade in and out HEX Bitcoin. If anything, HEX ETH. But the HEX Bitcoin chart is good to see, you know, who's winning. Because that's the real fight that's going on, is HEX versus Bitcoin. Right now, HEX is winning. You're better off being in HEX for the past 3 days, even though Bitcoin's been going up. HEX buys in the last 24 hours, 161K. HEX sells in the last 24 hours, 167. That's really low. Nah, it's like 7 million in volume. Let's look at the it's bumped down 23. But I mean, it's all rap. Okay, Napalm, Lido. Damn, we saw this. Is this up? No, it's down 44%. Yeah, don't chase the shit, man. It's as simple as that, yo. Don't chase, yo. It might keep going up, but it's probably gonna come down. Now, maybe get some of this shit. What is it? Barn Bridge Governance Token. I mean, 21 million in volume. Somebody's got some money, right? It's on chain. You know? Barn Bridge. You know, being on chain makes things so much easier. It's like you don't have to do so much guesswork. You can see it. You know, it's all the same shit. You know, I don't see anything trying to pull a hex. Blah, blah, blah. Maybe buy some of that shit because it's got a lot of volume. Maybe don't. Napalm Man. This is new, isn't it? Yeah. 500K in volume. Only 240,000 market cap. Liquidity at 110. Man. I don't know. Seems kind of interesting. It's a lot of volume for only 240,000. That 240,000 market cap. It's interesting. Interesting. Lido. Oh, it's up again? Aww. Damn, it was 150. Remember? Should have bought that shit, man. Members. Didn't I upload a video where I was like, I'm gonna buy some of this shit just so I can be like, yeah, I got some while it's going up. And I just didn't do it. Cause I get up from here and I don't think about fucking crypto no more. I do a little bit here and there, but I forget about a lot of stuff that I talk about. I don't be thinking about these coins, man. I don't be caring. Yeah, just in case it does a chain link. Who else got the transactions? I wanted to see. No wonder. Volume. Now where is HEX at? 22. Barn Bridge. Lido. Ape. I mean, HEX is in good company as far as volume goes. Oh, they got... Nah, I thought they had Solana stuff. Alright, anyway. What was talking about? Hold on. Do you think it's smart to emergency in-stake if you're up a lot? If you're up a lot, sure. I mean, it depends on how far along the stake is. And I'll appreciate it because I'm gonna get some of your penalty. So sure. I don't do it though. I did it one time, never done it again. I did it at the beginning. So I was like, oh hell no, never doing that again. Cause it show you, oh by the way, these are your emergency in-stakes you did. Oh yeah, let's look at let's listen to dude from Liquid Loans. Y'all tell me what y'all think. He basically quit, and they the biggest sacrifice for posts, the biggest side project sacrifice. I don't know how much they raised. I mean, I don't really care about this shit because I didn't sacrifice for it, which is funny because a lot of Hexkins did.
From people in that room, just from them all putting their heads together. From people in that room, just from them all putting their heads together. Not everything on Pulse Chain is a scam, guys.
Hold on, let me put my headphones on. Put some treble in it. Put some treble in it.
There are some cool things. That doesn't mean they're all going to work, but there's some cool things that are launching on Pulse Chain from people in that partners in this crypto.
My bad, I should have found the thing first, huh?
I ended up forming a Telegram.
Story.
And I just called myself Jesse. You know,
why change his name?
Guy for questions, how anything worked. So I'm just sitting around one day and I said, how do I read
Change his name.
crypto protocols? So, ask me anything. If I don't know the answer,
And they're on the way out. But I mean, it's kind of perpetually summer here. But yeah,
so besides liquid loans, always going to come to me for questions. I'll probably
Yeah. I'm like, yo, he hit a button or something.
But
I did catch that. Is there any?
yeah, so this will be the first time that I actually publicly say this.
Oh, what?
This will be the first time that I publicly say this. But I have actually decided to step away from my official duties.
What?
Great relationship with the team.
They're nothing.
They're always going to reach out to me. I'm always going to reach out to them.
Repeating what you said there, just at the top when you started this. They didn't hear, I guess. Yeah. What we were talking
The
about.
whole thing.
No. Just with liquid loans and your position changed. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll continue to be the biggest.
I want to make sure.
Advocate for liquid loans for years to come. I truly believe it is a beautiful protocol. It's
And then he
needed.
didn't repeat. The most important sentence wasn't clear.
We have got to have a decentralized yet instant settlement stable coin factory that works beautifully. And I absolutely 100% believe that liquid loans is going to be wildly successful, right? And I'll always be the biggest advocate.
Body language, bro.
I'm going to be wild.
Reach
Absolutely
down at the knee.
100% believe that liquid loans is going to be wildly successful.
You believe it? Yeah, no, don't like you believe that shit.
Right? And
No,
I'll
I'm just
always
playing.
be
I'm
the
just
biggest
playing.
advocate
I
for it.
don't know.
My
The
official
sacrifice funds
title
are safe.
was head of growth and adoption.
Head of growth and adoption. I thought he was the founder, yo. The whole time I thought he was the main dude. I don't remember.
And I just felt there's other protocols, there's other things in crypto that I want to pursue and that I want to talk about.
Like what? Look at this. The thief scratch. I'm just playing.
There's other things in crypto that I want to pursue and that I want to talk about. And it's hard when you're the face of an organization or the head of growth and adoption and you're very limited in what you can say.
What can you not say if you are growth and adoption for liquid loans?
Right, because you can't endorse anything outside. Like I couldn't endorse anything outside of liquid loans.
Like I could see that would make sense for me. Like, oh damn, well I can't do my YouTube job anymore because I can't talk about other coins. That makes sense, but I don't think this dude's a YouTuber or anything, or where he's like, what are you trying to do that you
So I
can't
have
do?
Decided to
Wanna
step
buy
away
Colt?
from my official
You know what I'm
duties.
saying? Like what is it? What is the reason? Thief scratch. I learned that from gas station encounters. A quick look up at the counter. You know, that's a thief right there. They look up at the counter when they come in.
Liquid loans. I don't think anything's going to change. I think I'm always going to be the go-to guy. People are always going to ask me questions.
Y'all can't hear my
I'm always going to
headphones.
push it and make sure the community grows. But from the official side, from the core team member side, I have stepped aside. And I think people will find that
Look at Motley.
I'm
Take a
involved
sip.
in a lot of other cryptos.
Take a
that
sip, bruh.
I will now be allowed
Motley
to speak
pissed.
more and more about and help those other protocols as well. because I want to see Pulse Chain wildly successful, not just from the liquid loans, but I want to see a lot of other things successful as well. So this just gives me
Molly ain't trying to hear
broader
that
reach
shit.
now.
And chat and audience, there you have it. So
And it's
it was
gone.
for you. So I mean, obviously, I have a bunch of questions. Probably, I don't want to, poke too much, but when did
listen,
you come to this decision, or was it recent? Or
Get
this
him.
was Monday. This was Monday.
Monday.
so hot off the
Um,
presses. All right.
Listen, and a lot of people like
My
assume
man's decided Monday.
And it's gone.
Bro. I'm not laughing at the people. I mean, it might come back. I'm just making jokes. I'm just making jokes, folks.
that I was like the founder. Listen, I was
Yeah.
never the founder of this.
Nigga, everybody. I thought he was the founder. But I wasn't paying attention that close to, you know what I'm saying, to know, but. I thought he was the founder. Let's get back into it.
Dave and Christian are the founders. I was the head of growth.
All right, Dave and Christian, are those guys anonymous? Chat? I don't know.
You know, I did my part to build a giant community and educate everybody for all these months, and I'll continue to do that. But I was never the founder, and I have a great relationship.
Peep the eyebrows.
But I was never the.
Like, man, you can recording this. Wow.
And I'll continue to do that. But
It's like, man, I ain't proud of that shit. I was helping out. I just was helping him then. I don't know what the hell.
I was never the founder, and I have a great relationship with those guys. Listen, I love those guys. I'm in.
I'm about to turn this shit off. I'm about to turn this off, bro. He like, he like, I want to, right, bro. Let me tell you, dog. I ain't had nothing to do with that shit. I don't know what the fuck going on. I think it's gonna be good though.
involved in some other things with those guys in the crypto sphere.
I'm just playing, y'all.
So it is
just
absolutely
sucks.
on good terms. But I do want to be involved in other things on the chain as well.
Okay, I see. So you want to be able to talk about so you want to do what you do for everything else with no strings attached. I feel you. That's what it sounds like. So you want to be in a Telegram. You want to be able to come on. You want to be one of the guys, you know? Wrong button. I meant that one. Why y'all making different sounds and stuff, guys? Y'all supposed to be, y'all, this audience, these guys are holding up the wrong signs. That's what it is. It's clap, it's applause.
Got you. So I had pretty much compiled a whole question list about liquid loans.
Yeah, it sounds like he just wants to be one of the guys.
Yeah, and I'll still answer them. Absolutely.
Okay.
I'll still
Did you, Cabana?
Yeah, I did. I had tweets, DMs, telegrams, yeah. So replies. So thanks for all those. But yeah, I mean, we can go through some of those. I guess the first one, just in chat. I guess just a quick glance kind of thing, just hearing this, just a first reaction. I guess Marco brings up this point. It, obviously Pulse Chain hasn't come out, so Liquid Loans hasn't come out because Liquid Loans will follow.
It didn't even come out yet. Shout out to Marco. And changes already for the team. Is that abnormal?
Follow Pulse Chain.
I would say, yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to speak on that. I don't know if that's abnormal or
But
not.
changes
I'm not gonna act
already
like I do know.
for the Liquid Loans team when it hasn't even come out yet. Could that possibly raise a red flag, or why should that not raise any red flags?
Thanks, Crypto
How would you
Games.
answer
Well,
Out in the videos.
I don't know how to answer that. Listen, the protocol is built. The protocol is on testnet. There is an Oracle solution in place. All the nodes are up and running. Everything is fully functional. There are strategic reasons for not releasing. Let me give an example. Because there's some Oracle FUD the other day, right?
It's kind of like he's talking like someone who is in the know of everything, but he's not that high up. You're not that high up, but you know everything. Like, you just sound, if you are who you say you are, then you just know what the developers are telling you. You know, that's all you know. Let's just keep it, unless you're the founder or something.
What protocols use oracles?
Just jokes, guys.
Lending protocols, stablecoin protocols, right? 99% of the usage of an oracle comes from lending protocols and stablecoin protocols. So if Liquid Loans is secured, and they have, a major oracle to launch on Pulse Chain, and that's been built. But part of that process was, say, signing an exclusivity deal until launch day. That can only help Liquid Loans have a leg up against anybody
Peter
else
from
who tries
Wise.
to build a stable coin or a lending protocol that could compete with it, right? So why would Liquid Loans?
I want to get
release
to the
info
part
on which
where
oracle?
they start asking him, okay, why isn't it on, if it's on testnet, why not build a UI and let people test it?
Cool. So like, is that really a good enough reason to justify not coming out with like a testnet product
Hey, peep how
or anything like that? Well,
I just click on where it is, just click a random place, and that's exactly where I want it to be.
actually, I know that's, according to you, is not actually going to show who the oracle is, but like, is that really a necessary to keep that under wraps? Like, what was the actual point of that? I see it with the stable coin, but then like I asked you, like, what other stable coins do we know of coming to Pulse Chain? As far as I know, is none. You mentioned one that was maybe a scam, and one that was like
you also, and listen, I wasn't privy to a lot of the private conversations with that Oracle service too. There are a lot of major protocols that are hesitant to come to the chain. So when you finally land one, but they don't want to be public either. They say, hey, listen, we're excited about this. We want to do this, but we're going to keep this quiet until the chain is mainnet. Like, you kind of have to follow that.
You're talking about the Oracle protocol?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Right? So there's literally more than one reason, right? What if it had been Chainlink? They've already told the world that they're not coming. Change that also has a testnet version of a T-Pulse. You just can't. By the way, just to clarify, that's how all testnets work. Testnets never use oracles because oracles pull from exchanges, and unless there's an exchange that also has a testnet version of a T-Pulse, you just can't. You don't use them. It's impossible. Yeah. Right? So the only place you can ever get a price or feed on a testnet is straight from the DEX. Right. There's a number of reasons why testnet is not released to the public yet.
Why?
Even though that
he Molly I want to punch this dude.
The Oracle deal was not necessary for a testnet. I think it was important to get that infrastructure in place and built, because it is part of the code. There's lines of code that point back to those oracles, and the commitment has always been, when the testnet is released to the public, that's the exact same code that will be
light him up some more, Motley.
Nothing will change. You will see, maybe even fiat protocol, that the testnet version is wildly different or significantly different from the mainnet version. So why even release it? Just so people can play with it and have a good time?
Well,
No,
same
it should be-
same reason why you
It-
guys talked about releasing the bug bounty program to actually
Right.
see if things break, right? And this is what that's why I
Exactly,
also
and that's why the
asked-
code has to be. That's why the code has to be identical.
and that's going to lead into my next question, which I was asking you is I was like, hey, liquidity, is there any difference in the code, or is it just a straight fork of liquidity? And you pretty much said it's just a straight copy of liquidity, right? So what are the other issues of not just bringing that over to testnet? And I think your answer to me back then was making sure the front end looks good and like everything, like you said, the user interface is much better than anything liquidity or any of the forks have done before. But to me, I don't
nigga
see
wanna
why,
smoke.
if it's just as simple as a fork coming over, why not just go ahead and get that on testnet? Even if
Like
the
he's
user
been trying
interface has
shit.
to
What's
change at
this?
some point, I think that's more than fine to go ahead and give people operating testnet, SAC balances, all that stuff after this length of time. I feel like that's reasonable. But what are some of the objections to that? Because you've told me it's ready to go. It just it's got to come from
Right.
higher up.
Yeah, exactly. I think one thing that people are going to see, I've seen the SAC balance checker. I've seen everything's ready. The last thing that was being built, which is done, is a ticketing system, which is going to be really
He
neat.
said everything ready.
You don't want to release balances to people without a way for them to communicate if they have any questions about their balance. Richard did the same thing. This ticketing system is going to be the same ticketing system that's used if people want to reach out in a trustless fashion to the team, even with the mainnet down. Okay, so what's been built, it's really
This
neat.
nigga about to take a dab,
People
bro.
can go and they can generate like a passphrase, like a seed phrase sort of deal. Just like
He
if
didn't
you're
listen to
going
me.
to Tornado Cash and you get like a string of characters.
Right.
And then you use that to log back in and then continue your communication with the team. So you don't have to give up a phone number or a name or email.
That's like
Any KYC.
unnecessary shit.
But you have a way to communicate. It's a step up. We've got some extra time. Pulse chain's delayed. We could do all this messaging through Telegram, but then we know who people are, and people are kind of almost doxing their wallet addresses. It's worth the wait.
Off the merit of your own response, it's done though, right? So like, I know you're gonna tell me it's any day now, but like we got that same thing like a month ago. So now that that's in place, what is that final straw from releasing SAC balances at this point? Because I mean, at this point,
Like,
if there
come
are
on.
issues, you want people to look into it, do the calculations, and submit those tickets.
What about the
So
SAC balances?
This should be the announcement of SAC balances, right?
Right.
Not quite.
Now. We lost him. We lost him. I don't know why you can't see him yet. Why you can't see that? You can't see that yet?
4 more weeks.
4 more weeks.
Ooh.
Listen, I had a meeting with Dave and Christian just on Monday. And they said it literally could be any day now. They imagine they could be within 2 days.
Why the fuck you say 4 weeks? Trying hard to be nice about it, yeah.
Of course, we've heard that before. We've heard that from
Hey,
Richard
man,
before.
no expectations. Sacrifice.
Oh, just 2 more weeks, 10 more days, whatever. So, I hope that it's this week. I hope that it's this week. I hope that it's this week.
He want to laugh.
You know, that's not my decision. Dave and Christian will release the balances, and then Dave and Christian will also release the DApp for everyone to use.
Fair enough. No, I think it's interesting, right, too, because I do think you guys face a lot more burden from the community than any other sacrifice, right? Because you guys were the first, you were the largest, probably the most expectations, even though we preface
Yeah,
the
moving into a
sacrifice
new
phases,
house, be
right, with no
patient.
expectations of work. But and this is like what I was telling you in the conversation. When the community does put so much trust and so much,
Be out in less than
essentially their
48 hours and
economic
there'll be
energy
a
behind you
ticketing
guys
system.
because they believe what you're
Hey,
building.
man, hopefully
I
me
think
making this and make them, be like, oh, all right, they don't believe us. All right.
also merits some effort and getting people what they sack for as quickly as possible, whether that be sack balances in due time, a test net product, even if it's not 100%, if the UI looks a little different, I don't think people would hardly care. But to show them that their money is going to good use, again, I know you can always cop out back to the no
Yeah, the sack balances, man, like that shouldn't really be an issue. That shouldn't, I just think that would be like one of the easier things.
But I think at this point, I think it's pretty fair to go ahead and start giving people sack balances so they know how many tokens they've received, and a testnet product so they can go in there and check out liquidity and get used to working with stable coin, the staking feature, all that stuff. I think those are fair expectations at this point. And
it's worth noting.
So to you guys just coming in, the guy Jesse, he basically said that he's not the founder, which is a common misconception. I thought he was a founder. He was actually the head of growth or lead in growth or something like that. And he's stepping down from that position because he wants to talk about other cryptos basically freely and help people with those cryptos. Do the same thing he wants to do with liquid loans. He's stepping down because of that. He's also saying that everything is done, but they're not going to let the public test it until it's finished, which doesn't really make sense because you want people to, test for bugs and stuff like that. But he's saying that they're not there yet, but everything is done. So it's kind of like a paradox with him that we're kind of, deciphering and looking at his body language and stuff like that. And now what he's talking about is pretty much the whole.
And also when you say
the sack balances, so sack balances are ready. They should be able to show you that any day now, but it should be about 4 weeks. They said any day now, but you should expect them in about 4 weeks, like any day now, 1 or 2 days. And then he says 4 weeks. So it's a lot of weird, sketchy stuff. I didn't sacrifice for liquid loans. I never had a really good feeling about it. And I didn't really see the point of me going in because I don't really use protocols like that much. So, it wasn't really didn't really make sense for me to sacrifice for it. But yeah, basically something as simple as sack balances, people still having to wait on.
Just have the caveat.
Maybe sacrifice balances. I'm not a developer. Maybe it isn't complicated. Richard Hart didn't have a problem with sack balances. But you still could see them though.
You said none of the SEC money's moved. So their money, so even saying,
yeah, and like I say, it ain't nothing sketchy. Maybe I'm just tripping, but it does seem kind of like a weird situation.
No expectations, but saying that any of the SAC money is even being used to build this is just that's fundamentally false.
Yeah, really. But see, like I didn't make that implication, and then it's the same thing. Like, and I'll use this to kind of lead into like one of the other questions that I had for you earlier, when we were talking about like team token allocations, right? Like, because I know initially the stance was like, hey, we don't want to give you guys like the totals and stuff of the team tokens. That might lead to expectations of work. But then you could go back and preface it too with like, well, we did know this OA address and we could go and see exactly how much funds it have. And like, that would be the same premise of like, oh, well, you might have expectations of work. It's like, no, we know how much tokens, we know how much value is in here, but it doesn't mean we necessarily have expectations of it. So I know you shared some information with me as far as the team token allocation. I don't know if you can state that publicly or if we want to.
What you end up seeing on like Liquidity is the same that you're going to see with liquid loans. There's like 75% of all the total supplies with the community.
All right.
70 to 75.
That was pretty much.
Some of that's in the reward pool that gets released to the community.
That was
the
pretty
rest
much
are like in the hands of the community.
What I wanted to show there. Oh, I also wanted to show
single person in the stability pool.
Something that I share with him. He's a great goalie, but I'm just saying.
Great goalie, man.
HEX
Sub penny.
Clan.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Okay.
$5 situations that I've seen as far as I've been in. get me on a stance, Motley, then like, yeah, you can see that in the chart. Coiners, you know,
Right,
it's
no,
like
no,
saying if
They
Bitcoin
gave
hits
their price predictions.
specifically my opinion.
It's offering like so incentivized
And they
to be in
basically
that
all
pool
said it's going down,
because
which kind of drove me to
there's
my
a-
video,
you actually
my
get
stream
paid
that
in
we're
one
having
token.
today. I think HEX has bottomed. Let's look at it. So I still making another move up. Go down to the also on daily. Everyone still thinks, I haven't heard any bullish cases from anyone on the timeline on YouTube. So I'm gonna be that one to say I think this is it because everyone thinks that we're going lower. We might roll back over. We may break this support and roll over to here, maybe even in here, but I don't think that we're gonna break this. I think if anything, we're gonna the worst, well, not the worst, but the main scenario that I'm thinking about is we just play around in here, and it might kind of come down here, but I think we're gonna just do something like that, and you're never gonna get that 1 cent hex that you thought that you were gonna get. That's just what I feel. I could be wrong. Let's change the color of this. And we'll do it later. X versus BTC. Hex versus ETH. It's okay. Let me see versus Bitcoin again. Like, I really don't bullish cross on Hex versus Bitcoin. Let's see how it finishes the day. It's the second cross. It's pretty good looking. We'll see. Man. Yeah, basically another one of my theories was who is selling Hex. The only people that are selling Hex right now are people who, well, I would think the only people that got in from this right here that are in the red, that are kind of impatient and are like small holders, are selling now. I think not all, but a lot of the big holders that were dumping probably stopped because it's like, there's more value in restaking your principal, restaking your yield. There's more value in restaking it than selling it right now. You can get more T-shares if you restake your principal with your yield. You can get more T-shares. So selling it down and selling it down here for 4 cents, it's not really as rewarding. It doesn't feel as good. It feels stupid for someone like me who's been in from the beginning. You know, I'm just gonna just stop selling and buy every now and then. I think that's how a lot of people are doing, but they're expecting the worst. They're just chilling and waiting for the worst. And I'm saying I think the worst is over. But we'll see. I could be wrong. One more leg down. Yeah. I would not rule out one more leg down, but I don't think that it's going to be, because what I talked about in the beginning is how I think we are too far along in the cycle to go down and make another flag. So what people are thinking is we're going to roll over, because this is all based on Bitcoin cycle. Don't get it fucked up. You know, it's all based on Bitcoin cycle. So, you know, people think that we're just somehow going to roll over and break down and then make another. You think you're going to break down here and it's going to just get the fuck up out of here? Or you think what do you think is going to happen if it breaks down? If it breaks down again, it's probably going to make another one of these and then head up. It's probably not going to just V up out of here. I mean, it could, but I don't think that's what Bitcoin's going to do, but it could. I think it's more likely that we don't even get that, because that's what everybody's expecting. Everybody's expecting us to go down. Everything's so bad, you know? You never hear anybody saying that right now, nowadays, you never hear anybody talking about how great the economy is going to get. Nobody says that. You don't hear anybody talking about how great the economy is about to be. Everybody's talking about how bad it's about to be. And it might be, but that's the dummy trade. That's gotten down to mom and pop are saying how bad it's about to be, just like mom and pop were saying how great crypto is. You know, you kind of want to do it for both. Do it for the bull and the bear. When your parents start talking about how bad the economy is, maybe jump into the economy. You know what I'm saying? When they talk about how great crypto, oh, what's up with crypto? I see crypto. How can I get some? Maybe sell some crypto. Get out of that. You know? That's how I think that's the smart way to go about it. The bottom show different all the time, right? It's not gonna happen the same. It could happen the same time. Like that's what Bitcoin does. It happens around the same time periods, but it's never the same exit. It's never the same reversal. What up, David? Everyone says the bottom because everyone says it's going lower. Can't be both. Nah, I don't hear anybody calling bottoms. Alright, says I'm keen. I'm the winner. I'm rich. I'm ready. Yeah, I mean, if you can't take him being like that, then it says more about you. Like if you take responsibility and say I don't like him because of how I feel about him, you know, it don't have nothing to do with him. He's who he is. You know. That's interesting. It's interesting. He's interesting to me because there's nobody like that. So you can get you a Charles Hoskinson anywhere. You know, those are everywhere. You know, there's nothing really unique, interesting about him. You know, but so it's hard to keep up with him. You know, make yourself easy to keep up with. Hood sense. My hood sense told me not to trust Jesse from day one. That's funny. Yeah, it's just, I'm sorry. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me and how I feel. Greg Paul asks people sat for LL. Nah, I don't really care that much. Remember when they was like, don't buy promise coins? Yo, I'm telling you. It went against their whole ethos. Like the monthly of what? Only baby bottom boy selling HEX today. Yeah. If you're selling HEX now, you're just trying to get out because you're like, I'm down. Let me get out of this. But that's you selling down here. You're not even making a dent in the liquidity. You're not making a dent, you know? So there's more power as long as motherfuckers stop getting scammed for coins and they just hold their dry powder. There's more power as Hexicans to just hold your shit and then say, all right, I stopped selling HEX, so I should probably start buying it, you know? And then enough people thinking like that, it'll start going up. Without anybody having to come out and call the bottom. It's just a feeling. Want to make a bet that Richard bust out paper charts on Kitco News? Oh yeah, when is that? Appreciate it, remind me. If it's soon, we'll stay live. Fuck it, we'll do it live. You know, if it's soon enough though. I don't know when it is, because I kind of want to play Warzone. Don't judge a book by its PP size. Thanks, Mctasio. Market maker fake pump. I have heard this thing called a test pump where they try to see these magical, mystical whales, try to see how far they can run the price up. And if it goes high enough, with them just buying it a little bit, if it pumps the price up, they'll let it fall and then they'll send it again and it'll be the real one. But, you know, that sounds like some mystical, magical manipulation. But you can kind of see that happen. But I don't think it's any entities doing it. I think it's just the market being like, oh shit, I kind of want to buy some now. It's leaving. Common nerd swag. Lowe's be saying the same as you. Yeah, so I don't really know because I just kind of chill in my circle. But in my circle, everyone is bearish. Whole timeline. Every time I see even Twitter accounts that I don't follow, they're like, things are gonna get bad. You know, that's all they like. That's everybody's saying that. Nobody's talking about how great it's about to be. I don't hear that. What up, Jalen? Weekly W pattern. Let's look at that. Let's look at it on here. I think this is my new HEX chart right here, and I think it has the Bitcoin because it shows all the data. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna use these for HEX. This is a charts.cointrader.pro. What GWX? And then the coin paprika ones don't work. Weekly. You know, let's take that log off. The log is scary. This looks way better. You know, I turned the log off down here. You know, because then I get that the nostalgia of, you know, yeah, this is about to go. You know, it feels like it's about to go. Unless some whale comes in and just squashes the price, which was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you're dumping your HEX way down here. You see it's about to go. Why don't you just wait until it goes up? It's kind of like, you know, that could happen. And, you know, Bitcoin could fall. But HEX has been doing good versus Bitcoin. So it's quicker to do it this way. Or is it? It's not. It's actually quicker this way. You know. Well, okay. You know, so I can't predict the future. I wish I could, but I can tell you how I feel about the market, you know. And I think it's, you know, I'm not saying it's anything. I mean, there is something special about HEX. This will also be the high. If we close this week, what's today? Thursday. If we close the week above here, that's gonna be a nice close. Yeah, I'm not here to say that HEX is gonna do something abnormal to the market. I think the whole market is about, well, I don't know actually. Some things they're kind of tapping. Look, bro. Yeah. BCH. Whoa. Ethereum Classic. Whoa. Breaking out. Wish I had Mo. Wish I had Mo. Near. Tezos looks like it might go. Litecoin looks like it's ready to go. Yeah, I think those are kind of undervalued. Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin. But you know, they're not on Ethereum. The stuff that's not on Ethereum is kind of like a hassle to even bother with. Solana, Ethereum gone. I mean, cool with me, Nick. Cool with me. I'm with you. I think we done. I wouldn't chase the market though. I don't think we're gonna go new highs here. I think we're gonna get everybody extremely bullish like they think we are. But I think we inevitably roll over to this area and lower again. That might not be till this winter. You know what I'm saying? I might be cheering the market on all the rest of the all fall. You know, and then it starts to roll over towards the end of the year, and everybody's like, "Oh fuck, we're going down." But you know, Bitcoin starts to flow. You know, just stay in the cycle. You know where you are in the cycle. I think that's the key right there. This looks good. I can't even front. It's like I'm chilling it, but it's like, yeah, this looks good. And it's the one that I'm paying attention to. I could probably zoom in on Ethereum chart and say the same thing. You know, it looks good. What you want me to say? It all looks good right now. Yeah. Across the board. It's just that I'm the most into HEX. Yep. Yep. Across the board, what was this? Monero. Tron. Hey man, send it. Maybe I wish I had some FTT. Don't really care. Send. Sure. You know, this might be a chance to get out of some of this stuff too. Maybe not this stuff, but like some small coins that I'm in that are kind of running. But I mean, if it's running, then it might be worth holding on to. So I'm glad with my decision so far. You know, of course, I wish I would have bought more when Bitcoin was at the bottom, but you know, it's tough. When you don't really know who's gonna keep pushing through the bear market. It's a lot of coins that's, you know, going quiet. Yeah, BTC dominance. ETH BTC. It's an interesting one. You know, it's getting up there. Is it gonna is the merge gonna happen, and is ETH gonna, imagine if the merge happens and ETH breaks through here? Things gonna happen? World? Oh. It's the hourly chart. I'm tripping. All right, I see. Okay. Still though. Is it gonna break out and head up to 0.1? Yeah, man, I feel like this is just a little chase pump. Take some money from you, you know, so they can buy some more at the bottom. I don't think that you know, that was it. I don't think that, put it like this, I don't think that we won't ever see these prices again that we're seeing right now. Even if we go up, I think we'll see these prices again. So there's really no need to chase unless you're trading, unless you're trying to have a trade, make a trade up to 28,000. You know, it might take a push, but you're going to have these moving averages crossing, and that's going to be some resistance. So, but once they cross, that's the sign that the bottom is probably in. So, and I believe, let me see the HEX. Let's see something here. Indicators. MA, that's my new one, MA cross. Boom. $790, $280. Oh no, not yet. But it's happening across the board probably. So what, you're gonna wait for them to cross to buy? You know, if you do that, you're gonna probably miss it. Because if you waited further across to buy here, I mean, you missed the bottom back here. You know, so it's not as easy as just waiting for it crosses. You know, you gotta time it. So I think it's gonna do what Bitcoin does. Cross, and there'll be time to buy it, and it goes up. Well, that was the time to be had bought. You know. Let's add another one. MA cross. You know, we'll see. We'll see what happens when oh, that's the little cross indicator. We'll see how this 13 holds up. Also draw that right there. See how that holds. 4.5. I mean, the way I'm feeling, even if it drops below 4.5, wow, it's above 5. It's above 3. Because that's where I was wanting to buy some more, under 4. So, you know, I think under 4 cents. Yeah, look at the support. The support is right here. Under 4 cents. gonna be a tough buy because you're gonna think it's gonna roll over. But I think I'm gonna buy some. That's the next time I'll buy some X, is if we touch this support right here. Maybe I could change my mind. So don't copy me, because you might find that you copied me and I didn't actually do it. It's a bare ass market. Where is post chain? I don't know. Velo, man, don't even remind me. Don't remind. Let's look at some of these. Oh my goodness. As soon as you said something, I was like, I guess I don't want to see it. You know, but god damn, nigga. Fuck. I knew it too. Sometimes you can tell when I'm like, yeah. But I just can't go in my pocket and hand that money over. I can't do it. It's like a dream where I'm trying to punch. But I'll do it because I know now it's not really the time. It's you can make some gains out here, but take profit. That's just how I feel. Velo and Lido, I knew those were gonna go, but I just didn't buy them. Looks rare, nice. HEX, Revolt. Cult. Okay. All right. You know, Cult, you got my attention. You know? Let's see. Does it hold? Look at me, look at the corner of my eye. Does it hold? Or does it break lower? And give you a chance to get a few more. You know, I can tell that Cult is gonna be following me around. Velo, Lido, not really. I don't hear anybody talking about those in my chat, so I don't have to really worry about regretting those. But Astro, he's not gonna let me leave Velo alone. So maybe he's never gonna drop that one. It'll come down though. Gala, Post Doge, Hedron, Hedron's holding up. You know, I don't believe you. Oh, I'm not even sorted. Oh man, that damn Lido, man. I'm gonna stop doing that, cause I'm smart. I know. I can tell. It's just not as easy. I wish I could just say buy some. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could do that. Bought some Lido. Going in the wallet and actually clicking it, moving the funds over the bridge. It's just, oh my goodness. Maybe not Lido, but Velo, man, it's too much, man. It's too much. But it would have been nice to buy some of that, because I'm bought up double on it if I bought it that day. I don't know, maybe not. That was like right here. I'm just not gonna buy something looking like this, man. That was like this day. Maybe here. Jeez, man. I mean, it ain't gonna change nothing though for me. I didn't get in early enough. That's what I'll be shooting for anyway. I hate to see something going up, but if I didn't hear about it down here, let's see. You know, if I didn't hear about it down here, I can't be that mad. This down here gonna change. It's gonna move some weight in my portfolio. Buying it down here, buying it right here ain't gonna really change much. I'm more likely to watch it go down before I sell it. So yeah, I feel a lot better now. So, you know, for me, I'm looking for what's down, what's at the bottom. P, even though they're not doing anything, not much liquidity. Yeah, I guess if you're down right now, Post Dogecoin is down. Not really. What's the other Post Doge doing? The original Post Doge is down. I mean, what do we call this? The original Post Doge? No, that's down. But praying for post-chain. Yeah, that's about it. Gainers. Wing token. Bunch of bullshit. Wonkly power. Mem token. Some dope. We're just talking airdrops. Poor pleb. Hey, what? Nah, never mind. Never mind. I'm gonna ask that. Yeah, because of course people will say no. So never mind. Just do it. Yeah, would I buy? Probably wouldn't unless I was super in tune with it. You know, so it's a lot of factors. I wouldn't have bought Velo down there unless I was already in tune with it and watching it. So unless I was already in the red, basically, you know, and that's how it goes with some of these. Like, you know, a lot of people are not going to buy HEX because they're not in the red on it. They're not paying attention to it. They're not DCAing. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, what time is the Richard Hart thing? Let's go on Twitter. What are you talking about? How about a wrap version of BSC Post Doge token on ETH chain? It would break the internet. Man, yeah. I mean, they need to do something. They need to maybe take some Post Doge and airdrop it to Hexkins or something. You got some, I'm sure they got a bunch of it, you know what I'm saying? Because of how they designed it. Okay, let's see if he says when it's live. It was 30 days earlier. It's been down to 18. Yeah, I mean, come on, it's obvious.
We're not selling. We're not selling.
He's like, oh, I'm selling. I'm selling. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Fuck Elon.
Fuck Elon.
We're not selling. We're not selling. Fuck Elon.
They say fuck Elon. He's like, I want to fucking hug you. Do you understand why shares on HEX.com only get more expensive in X? For the most part. I can't really remember why, what the mechanism is, but I know when people end their stakes and when people emergency in stake, it goes up. That's all I need to know. I don't see it, man. He tweets a lot. I think I seen the retweet though. Yeah, that was all yesterday. Let's see. Steelers lost. Kitco. Yeah, what time is the Kitco? Nobody knows. Okay. So there's no
Federal Reserve
countdown. Six p.m. All right. Did they invite me on Cabana? No. I don't want to be invited. I'm not nothing against them though. I just don't. I couldn't have anyway because I was on the beach. It was too windy. That's it. All right. Golf tourney? I ain't playing no golf. I'm gonna go out there and look stupid. I mean, I know how to watch it and how to keep score, but golf? I haven't played golf since I was like 12. I don't even know which way I swing, because I swing both ways.
Pause.
All right, I'm out, yo. I'm out. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna go play some Warzone.